All right, so we need to do an installation video for our Honda CRV plate, and we just so happen to have a Honda CRV with us here in the mountains. First thing that we're going to take off is actually going to be this plastic shield. This panel usually would have 4 M10s, but Aaron only has 2 M10s. They're in the outside corners of the part you can see over here and here. Take those 2 out. Then there's followed by a set of push pins. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 push pins. I'm just going to use a screwdriver to get them out because I don't have a push pin tool with me. That'll work. Two more to go. There we go. So now that we have the plastic tray removed, you can use a flathead screwdriver to get out this. So we have to remove this 10 factory shield piece here. It has to come off, and so it's held on by a bunch of quarter turns that are located down the side of the part of the shield. And then there's 2 more over here that are quarter turns on the driver's side. Don't lose them. Okay, that's out of there. Now I miss it. I do need a Phillips screwdriver. With the Phillips screwdriver, I'm going to remove the back 2 pins here. These are actually mounted in the subframe, so this is a solid mounting point. All right, so the next part, so this little crossbar is actually going to be replaced by the skid plate. And so in order to get to the bolts for it, you actually have to cut a small notch in your plastic here. Otherwise, this plastic trim piece runs all the way back. It runs up around the side into your wheel well, and it's a huge pain to remove. It also even runs forward. So the best and easiest way to do it is actually just to cut out a square here and then just remove the bolt and do it on, you have to do it on both sides. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, I'm going to push this. Ta-da! Revealed! And so now you got to trim across the front too, so I'm going to do that next. And you should always cut away from yourself too, as a bonus fact. Cool. All right, and there we go. All right, so now that we've cut these 2 pieces of plastic out so we can access this bar, we have to loosen these and get them out of the chassis. All right, so now both of those are out. I'm going to try and see if I can't work this thing out. It's been not having taken all the plastic out may actually be difficult to do this, but we will find it. If you can get, given that I've broken every push pin I've pulled out of this CRV so far because I don't have the right tool, I'm a little hesitant to remove this pin, but I think if you pull out a pin on one side, it's going to give you enough freedom and down travel in this. You can pull the plastic down, and then you're going to be able to rotate this backwards and essentially get it to go through. I'm going to pull down on it a little bit and push back and see what. Okay, so we have a nice metal remover per se. I'm going to try and get this. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I have the wrong one. Witness me just massacre this one as well. I don't know. We'll see. I should grab the smaller one. Yay. It's amazing how having the right tool can help. We're going to put we're going to try to move it. So we've just removed this one back here for right now. It was stuck on like, there we go. Okay, so with the one pin out, you have enough room to remove this bar. So we don't need that bar anymore either. Throw that away. Put the push pin that you took out and put that back in. So we've gotten the vehicles now prepped and ready for us to mount the skid plate to it. So we use two M12 bolts we pick up in the front, and then there's a couple M6s here in the rear. But you're going to go, this is one of our first prototype plates, so this hole's a little bit different than what our production ones are going to be like. But so you're going to have this, it's going to go in and you have the spacer on top. So you're going to put this completely normal size spacer on top of here. But either way, so that's what it's going to stack up like underneath, and it's just really hard to show you guys from under the vehicle, and so figured I'd just show you out here. And so easy way to do this would be to set your spacer on top, grab your washer, and then you've got I'm flying a little bit blind here, but we'll catch it. Where is this hole? There it is. Got it. You can kind of relax your grip on the plate, but it is going to want to pitch a little bit on you too. So you will still have to give it a little bit of support. Hands down the trickiest part of the install, which we've looked at changing and doing some weld work there too, but haven't done it yet. We're going to pick up our rears back here. So now we're coming back and we're going to tighten this down. So these are supposed to be at 40 foot-pounds. We don't have a torque wrench, so we're just going to go with a snug. There we go. We're going to snug up the 10mm bolts at the rear. These are significantly lower torque. These are like 10 foot-pounds, just because they're an M6 and you don't need to brake them. All the main heavy carrying load is all being managed by the front bolts for this design. Bring my other arm up here. So these are just using the whole length of the wrench, but I'm just tightening it down like lightly. We're not trying to. So that's basically all we're doing. And then these will come with the oil plate installed. There's an oil door here for you to get to your filter. That's going to come pre-installed from us right now. And but it's important just to check it because we're not going to tighten them down super tight. So just come in and make sure those are snug. before you go out and start driving around. So you want to make sure these are snug. So I just went over and snugged these down. They're just an M6 and they are riveted. There's a nut cert in the plate for this. So yeah, so there you go. That's it. We're all installed. All right. So out from underneath the CRV plates installed. We're going to be, so this is the first one that we've bolted up and kind of gotten out in the wild. So the design fits up nicely and it's working well. But as with all of the products and everything that we make, I'm always trying to make them better. And so as you guys give me more feedback, some things may change a little bit. There may be some variations that happen to this installation guide kind of along the way, but this video is going to help you get a long way there and give you an idea of what you're getting yourself into. So hope you guys found the video helpful. Thanks for watching.